brand way back in 1987 when they first moved to the island of Bali, because Richard actually received grant money. He was an artist at Harvard, and he was given money to study and create art on the island of Bali way back in 1987.
Nice.
He is still to this day, he is a prolific artist. I was at his studio in Bali when I was there, thanks to Shop LC last August, and he will create 6 foot and 8 foot tall works of art, and sells them for a great deal of money. He's got fans all over the world. We were on the beach in a pretty ritzy part of the Balinese island, and he pointed up at a sprawling mansion saying, yeah, I was in that house last week, selling another painting to somebody who is a super fan of his, and so it's very interesting. But suffice to say, you have the artistry of Richard and his ability to draw and map out and get proportions exactly right, with also the artistry and the grace and the female point of view from his wife, Mariana. And Mariana, she not only learned how to actually create granulated beads, silver beads, and work on the art of silversmithing also in Bali. Fast forward to today, being on that island was so profound. It's just a different vibe and feeling on that ley line in the world. It's just, you can't help but get more in touch with yourself, with spirit, with earth. But she is a healer and shaman who is, she basically is employed by the Four Seasons Hotel and will be in residency a few times a year in Bali, helping those clients of the Four Seasons heal spiritually with her shaman ways. So yeah, they're just an amazing couple. I had the honor of, and I was trying to remember, I should have shot Richard a message, but I may not have been the very first person they were ever on home shopping television with. But I think I was at that network in particular, and I was on with Richard first. I think it was his first host then at that network. But that said, I've been working with them now. I met them, 21 years ago. And so you have seen Richard and Mariana throughout the years at a couple of different home shopping platforms, and then they made a break. I think it was maybe back in 2008, 2009, 2010. Their company was actually bought out by a bigger jewelry group, and you saw their items in stores. There were department stores, the whole 9 yards. So they are prolific in their design work, their selection of gemstones, their collection of rough. It goes back years and years and years. And so that said, I'm really honored to know those two and to present this collection to you this afternoon. So we're going to start off with this lovely turquoise ring. Now, recon means reconstituted turquoise, all right? And so it is actual turquoise, but what they will do is they will take separate pieces that may not necessarily have been gemstone quality, and they will pull it all together, crush it, add an adhesive, and basically reconstitute the turquoise.
Yeah,
so that
sorry, real fast.
Sure.
Just got Victor on Facebook just saying Marva rocks.
Yay! Thank you, Victor. Happy Monday. Happy afternoon to you. Thanks so much for tuning in. But you can see the end result here. And it's a very interesting ring, something to know about them. I mentioned earlier, they're just prolific with their designs. We're going to take you on a journey through Sajen Silver, and you will see different genres, different motifs. This is actually celebrating nature. I don't know if you can make out on the shoulders there are 2 birds, and the body of the bird is where you're finding the blue apatites. You have 10.20 carats total weight here. And it's a 5-star review, by the way, all in rhodium over sterling silver. Let's scroll down a little bit. So I want to make sure you have, yes, it's a 20 by 15 millimeter reconstituted turquoise. It's a 9.60 carat in and of itself. Yeah, it's a super unique ring. Look at the wings of the birds on the shoulders there. Fabulous. Now, I launched into my little story about Richard and Mariana because, I mean, I just absolutely love those two. They are near and dear to me. Oh, let me take this off. They are near and dear to me. But we got to get to the price. So, DJ, we have Livestream family, 25% off every single item that I air, but you need the special code to type in when you check out. The code is LIVE25. You're also going to get free shipping. That is covering the next 24 hours. If you have any questions at any point, you can put them in the chat, or you can call our Livestream personal shopper. They have a dedicated telephone number, 888-835-2237. And if you are on Instagram or Facebook, you can type into the chat. If you see something you love, send a message to DJ. He is our producer. He will send you a link to purchase. If you're on TikTok, you're going to go ahead and go to the Shop LC main page on TikTok, click Linktree, then you click Livestream, then you click Shop All. That said, for 24 hours, your Shop LC price
will be $82.49.
$82.49, but you do have 4 months to pay that balance down if you wish, and that would make your first payment
$20.62.
Oh, that's great. $20.62. Yes.
And then also Anna on Facebook says, Marva, you are awesome and beautiful.
Thank you. I think it's Surikap, if I remember that phrase or something close, is how you say thank you in Balinese. I remember that from the trip. So Shop LC, they sent me to the island of Bali last August, and I was able to meet with Richard and Mariana there, and some of their artisans, a couple of their artisans, who are responsible for building the Sajen Silver collection. This is all by hand, by the way. It's by hand. They have a few artists there, but now what their relationship is, they've got their team of artists. They have their rough material that they've just had some for years. Some they've made recent acquisitions. It just really all depends with them. I like how they're free-spirited in that way. But now with their partnership with us here at Shop LC, they've been able to shrink the size of their team, just focus solely really on the design work. They will have a smaller team sometimes make a one of, and they will send either the drawings or the one of to our manufacturing team in Jaipur, India. We're the second largest manufacturer of jewelry in the world. And then our team will actually build the quantity, build that inventory out based on their designs and their gemstones. So that's the relationship we have with Richard and Mariana. I mean, they've been doing this since 1987, so I'm glad we could give them a little break from, having a big staff of artists that they supervise, etc., of taking the load off so that they can focus on these incredible designs. And I got to tell you, back in the day, 2003, they had the Goddess collection. They had a good collection, but now with Shop LC, the responsibility is on design, and wow, it's just, you're getting a little bit of everything from them. So we just started here, but we are going to move on, and this is a great segue because these earrings, if you take a look at the turquoise ring with the birds, celebrating nature, these earrings coming up next, I'm not going to call them the exact opposite, but they're totally different. Look at this. So this is more about symmetry, engineering, and silhouette, kind of like a half crescent moon with falling citrines. in between. Aren't these lovely? And take a look at how shiny and lustrous the silver is on the back. All of your Sajen silver is polished by hand to finish. Yeah, so just as what Richard and Mariana would have their team do and perform in Bali, they're having our staff do at our facility in Jaipur, India. So please note that although the actual individuals assembling this, putting this together for you, those people have changed, but the methods and the techniques perfected by Richard and Mariana have not. You're still getting exceptional quality, as you can see here. Now it's 3.85 carats is that total weight in Brazilian sourced citrine. And by the way, sometimes the gemstones will be from their private vaults. Other times, like the citrine here, will be from our vaults here at Shop LC. 2 inches tall, by the way. There's a width on these too to stay mindful of, at just over 1 inch, about 1 1/8 inches. But, you know, for those of you who, you know, you don't want the critter couture, you don't want birds and turtles and elephants and such, Richard and Mariana, the Sajen collection, we've got you covered, because these are more modern and fabulous. See, take a look at these in the air. You know, I love to say the longer the drop, the sexier the earring. Boop, 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 boop. So these are nice and long. But also, take a look at the artistry here. All of this little detailing is by hand. They're just fabulous. So these are individual wires of silver that have been cut and drawn through to create the width, we call it the gauge, and then twirled around to create the scroll work. And right up here along the top, those are the granulated beads. They start very, very small, and they span out to a larger. I know these look simple, just sight unseen. Yeah, they look easy. Now that I've given you some more of the details, this is actually very complicated, and we're going to get you a deal, 25% off for the next 24 hours for these earrings. What's our price?
It'll be $82.49.
Ooh, $82.49. You do have 5 budget payments this time.
4. 4 budget payments.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4. Oh, it's a 5-star review. Hey, 4 budget payments at $20.62. Oh, you got it. Yeah, it's every design from the Sajen Silver collection, in my opinion, is collectible. It's collectible. And Richard and Mariana, they've literally had collectors since way back in the 1990s. Is when they really started to hit the retail marketplace and start getting into the home shopping realm, if you will. And I just love to see the evolution of their brands and their collections and the styles. It's getting, believe it or not, just when you think you're loving their styles, they bring you more, and it's just getting better and better and better. So enjoy those earrings. Use that promo code LIVE25 if you want to buy these. Facebook, Instagram, type into the chat shop sold, right? Sold 102. And if you're on TikTok, go to the Shop LC TikTok page. You want to click the Linktree link above the email, click live stream, and then click shop all. And you will get the deal by typing in live25. Or if you don't want to deal with any of that, call our dedicated personal shopper. That telephone number is 888-835-2237. And we got free shipping as well. Pretty good. All right. Welcome. You're watching the Shop LC live stream. My name is Marva. To learn more about me, you can actually go to the shoplc.com homepage. And if you scroll all the way down, all the way down to the bottom of the page, there will be a link that says Meet the Hosts, and you can read a little bit more about me there. Okay. The goddesses. I've never seen this. This is insane. I can't believe this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 goddesses. Did you know if you are into number 7 is a very sacred number. It's one of the most spiritual numbers. And so I love that you see 7 goddesses on this because the goddesses, originally I can tell you the goddesses weren't even called goddesses. They were just, hand-carved ox bone. But it was literally the collectors of this style that started to reach out to Richard and Mariana and tell their stories and saying that they felt like goddesses and they felt like they were looking at goddesses wearing these. And so they changed the original name now to the Goddess Collection. Oh. Yeah. That's because of you guys. It's because of you collectors. The headdresses are elaborate. Let me see how close I can get in here. These are separate pieces of silver, little silver beads. Mariana was telling me when she learned this technique, I think it was back in 1989, 1990, she said it was so hard to learn, so hard to perfect. You have to they did it from scratch. And when I say from scratch, melting the silver from scratch. Yeah, melting this. It's really quite crazy. If you join us on the live television broadcast, we have a lot of video support that I took with my videographer at our facility in Bali with the team, literally melting silver. It was crazy. But that said, you've got swirls, granulated beads on each headdress. I'm looking at garnet and topaz and amethyst and citrine for the gemstones. It looks like you've got some peridot here as well.
It looks like Lauda is interested in this ring or in this necklace.
Oh, do you love it? Oh, go ahead. DJ is going to go ahead and send you a link to make your purchase. Oh, let's get to the price then. 25% off for watching that live stream. Yeah, in all of these years I've been knowing Richard and Mariana, they've never made this. This is a true collector's piece. And also, just so you understand how they design, they have a few staples, right, that they will produce, but really they'll make a design and you'll never see it again. And this is one of those designs. They broke the mold. You're not going to see the 7 goddess necklace again. Now let's get you the 25% off.
Which will be $284.24.
$284.24. It's an absolute masterpiece. I call it a one production design. Produced one time, never again. You do have 5 budget payments. So your first payment?
$56.84.
$56.84. Are you getting 3.5 carats in the gemstones at the top of the headdress? And also, if you can see, I'll come up close. Each goddess has a different expression and a different shape of the face because these are completely carved by hand. And it is intentional. They don't want any goddess to look like the other. So if you make your purchase today and I make my purchase today, and let's say it's never going to happen. Let's say we meet up and we're wearing the same necklace at the same time, your goddesses will look different. You'll be able to identify your necklace from my necklace just from the expression on the face. Most of the goddesses that they make, their eyes are closed, although sometimes the eyes are open, but mostly what Mariana, who is a shaman and a healer, she wanted to capture the thought of sort of bliss, meditation, and peace that somebody will have when their eyes are closed. Yeah, meditating. But they're 3-dimensional. The detail is extraordinary. By the way, it's 20 inches, but there is a triple toggle closure on the back here. Oh, I'm usually better at doing this. Hold on, friends. Oh, got it. Do you see there's a triple toggle? So I'm just going to perform a measure, and I will tell you that from the center goddess with the citrine headdress, let's see, No, the longest length here, so this will adjust from 16 out to 18 inches. Perfect. And then look at all of the silver. Isn't that crazy? Beautifully polished. And then look at how they're together. It's one method to put a little jump ring in between each goddess, but that would be too flimsy. And then you would risk over the years having that metal wear down and perhaps losing a goddess. These are all on a hinge. These are, yeah, they're working. Guys, this should cost you way more than our start price at $379.99. Just for the carving of all of those angelic goddesses alone, and then all of the bead work, the granulation work for the headdresses. Then look, the Tulang Naga, this is also a texture that's been braided by hand. It's insane. So this is very, very, very valuable. I hope you enjoy this 7 goddess necklace. I haven't seen it. It's one of their best. It's one of their best. So collectors, that would be a must purchase, in my opinion, for you. Okay, so coming up next with this next ring, I was just on with Richard on the live TV broadcast Wednesday night. And that's when we had a chance to chat about this. Because, and this is insane. I wish we had the lighting. I wish we had the lighting to show this off. Let me see if my phone can capture it. Because I did not know. These 2 gemstones, these hand-carved goddesses, their faces are of stone, obsidian. And one is golden obsidian. The golden obsidian is on the top, and the rainbow obsidian is on the bottom, completely natural. In 22 years in this business, I have never, ever, ever, ever seen or worked with rainbow obsidian. I didn't even know it existed. And it is gorgeous. It's got a beautiful shimmer and sheen of gold that you see under the surface of that goddess. It's crazy. And then for the rainbow obsidian, you see a little bit of purples and pinks. And we just don't have the lighting set up in here so to show that. I'm gonna see if my sorry guys, that's my glucose monitor alert. Yay! My fault. I don't know why I pressed that button when I meant to press this one. Let's see here. Oh. Can you see that shimmer? This is cool. So this is the first time they actually built, I don't know if you can see that, a double-headed goddess. So that was pretty cool. It's really 2 rings in one. The top of the headdress, oh, we're gonna have to scroll down. I think those are iolites, chrome diopside, and peridot. Could be wrong. Can you see that? This ring is magical. It's another must-own collectible. 12.80 carats in sterling silver. And look at the little coils of silver. Those are separate wires that have been curled and soldered on to the base of the shank, which is solid silver. I know. It's crazy. Golden obsidian, 13 millimeters, and an 18 by 14 for the rainbow obsidian. That's the face at the bottom. And we just have fancy gemstones. Darn it. I'm trying to remember what Richard said. I believe these are 2 iolites and a citrine. This is a peridot. And this is definitely a chrome diopside at the top of the headdress. They're beautiful. And let me give you a size. I'm sure you're like yelling at the screen, measure it, Marva, measure it. So here we go. This is just over 1.5, it's about 1 5/8 inches. And then at the widest point, you're looking at 3/4 inch. This is artistry. This is the world's best silver smithing in the world that you can wear. It's so elegant. The Sajen collection, if you're not familiar with it, it's time to explore and it's time to collect. Just want to put into your heads, just so that you remember, you're not going to see it again. He was talking about the both of the obsidians. They bought this material years and years and years and years and years ago, and as true artists, it's just like when they feel that spark, when they feel that inspiration, then they will choose to go into the vault and take out rough, specimens they've had for years and years and build a collection. But when it's gone, it's gone. And this is what they decided to do with the rainbow and golden obsidian. Make these gorgeous goddesses. Your ring is heavy as can be. It's really lovely. We're going to get a scale out here in the future. But let me turn off my flashlight. Did I give the price? I don't know. Oh, sorry guys. Live stream family, you get 25% off over the next 24 hours and you get free shipping. $159.99 is not the price.
Price would be $119.99.
Perfect. $119.99. That's a giveaway. For what you see here, that's a giveaway. It's beautiful and heavy and made by hand. I can't believe we're doing it. And what do we have? 5 months. Your first budget payment?
$23.99.
Wow, $23.99. Wear it on an unexpected finger because it's such an unexpected style, the double goddess. Think of it as double blessings for you. It's just extraordinary. It's a showpiece. It is. Wow. So excited that we have that. That was new, I think last week. We debuted this with Richard. He was coming in with a remote broadcast from California, which is where his son lives, in Culver City. Mariana was just finishing up on one of her shaman retreats in Bali. And she basically does her healing, men and women, but when she does have some of these trips, it's female-focused, female-based to bring that empowerment back in. It's so cool. Cool couple. Can you tell I like those two? Crazy kids? I do. All right. So let's continue on with the Sajen collection. Sajen, there is a meaning that means offerings. Offerings. All right. Here, guys, when we started our conversation this afternoon with the Sajen Silver collection, didn't I say that they're prolific by way of the different genres and collections and styles they create? This is a fine example. I mean, we've gone from the turquoise of the birds to the goddesses, different iterations, different headdresses, different gemstones, and now silver chic, modern, still free-spirited, of course, but really celebrating geometria. Now you still have all of those touches of silver, as you can see, by hand. But what I'm loving is that you've got these sort of diamondback shaped Malagasy labradorites. You're looking at 11 carats, and I don't believe that it's just the pendant yet. Chain is not included. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at the bail on that. It's more of a barrel style. Do you see that? And so you have enough room to thread through a leather cord if you wanted to do that. Keep it with the chain. I love the idea of putting this with a silver collar, if you can find one of those retail. I think we sold out, unfortunately, at shoplc.com because they produced a beautiful collar. I think it was $70 or $80, but we sold out a long time ago with those. That said, this is natural labradorite, and what's so cool about this gemstone is it's a phenomenal gem, and what happens is it's called labradorescence, just so you understand the word, but because of the crystal structure of labradorite, it's a type of crystal beryl, but the light will go in and get trapped because of the way the inclusions lie down within the structure. And what happens is when the light hits at a certain angle, the gemstone will glow from within. Now with some labradorite, you'll see a silver glow, some you'll see blue, others will see more of a rainbow effect. I can share with you right here, I am seeing blues, I am seeing purples, I am seeing greens, which is super, super cool. The more colors you can see, the better. The more valuable and the higher price per carat with your labradorite. So these are really fine quality here. You have checkerboard faceting for a little bit more sparkle and oomph. This is a 2 1/4 inch drop. It's going to show up on that neckline really nicely, just 7/8 of an inch wide. If I could, I should applaud. Let's all give Richard and Mariana a round of applause because every style puts a smile on my face. Nice. They're so unique. Even DJ says, yeah, they're nice. Isn't that pretty? And it's wearable. That's something I definitely enjoy about this design. It is wearable every single day. We're not looking at the butterflies and the turtles and the elephants and this and that. This is something you could dress up with a business suit, wear a skirt, wear it to church, wear it to court, wear it to the doctor's office. It's just got a lot of wearability here. It's nice and heavy as well. Now, Shop LC price is not $119.99.
With Live 25, it will be $89.99.
Live 25 is your promo code. If you want this, $89.99. You've got 4 months to pay that balance down. And that is
$22.49.
$22.49. And this is yours. Now you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, but something like this, this is silver glam. Silver glam all day long. But you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee, free shipping, and 25% off using our live stream discount code LIVE25. Now type into the chat if you want this. Instagram, Facebook. I want this. What number are we on? Sold
105, I believe. Let's see.
Sold 105?
Yeah, correct, 105.
And if you're watching on TikTok, it's for my TikTokers, go to the Shop LC page, click the link tree positioned above the email, click live stream, and then click shop all. And we'll get that for you. I love this one. Really, it looks better in person. We don't have the lighting system set up in here to just have that spotlight on the gemstone. I'm sorry about that. But if for any reason you're like, I'm not having it, 30-day money back guarantee. You're gonna love this one though. Very unique. All right. Woo, finally some earrings. Where are they? Here they are. Something else. Now we're back into their goddess collection, but what you will notice is that all of the goddesses, and this has been since 1987. Actually, they didn't start out with the goddesses back in 1987. They did back in the 90s, though. It's late 90s. Every single goddess style will have a different headdress. So, and what do I mean by that? The headdress. Like all the silver, the positioning of the gemstones, it's so elaborate. So if in fact you love this iteration, like this goddess, she's got that beautiful headdress. Instead of granulated beads, a lot of the time they'll put the little beads up here. Guys, it takes a lot of time and care to do that, as it does as well for these silver swirls. But this is something different. If you don't like the granulated beadwork, then you'll love these with the swirls. But you can see beautiful headdress, but she has her own earrings and she has her own little necklace. She has her own little pendant. And another gem at the crown. Those are amethysts and garnets. amethysts and garnets. Even within these two earrings, the goddesses are, I'm looking at these, they're slightly different because they're carved by hand. And something else to note is that most of these, and I found it so incredible when Richard shared this with me, a lot of their carvers, they don't start out drawing out or mapping out in a drawing the face they're going to carve. They just do it. Yeah, they just get them on and they just do it. I mean, that is creative. That is talent. I love these earrings. They're about 2 inches, 2¼ inches, and almost 1 inch wide. Very elaborate, detailed. I mean, if you're buying from the Sajen Silver collection, it's like you're stealing this jewelry. It really is. The amount of work for the price, and let's get to that price. 25% off is
$119.99.
$119.99. If you want to use budget payments, the first payment will be
$23.99.
$23.99. And they're fabulous and flattering. I hope you wear your hair up or tie it down or something. Now, they're large enough to not get lost in your hair. But that said, I want for you to show these off. They're so pretty. Now, if you want in, type sold 106 into the chat. And at TikTok, go to the Shop LC page and click the link tree, click live stream, and then click shop all. I think that's it for earrings. Yeah. That's it for the earrings. And I just, these are so pretty. Wow. And you can see similar but different faces. That's crazy. Okay. Again, transitioning back into the more modern geometric styles that are easy and wearable with this. Now, I'm calling this unisex from the get-go. So gentlemen watching, have a look at this carved bone. It's a shark tooth shape. It is carved ox bone. Really it is. But it is done in the vein of a shark tooth. And my partner, Michael, would love this. He was I want to call it right. He was a maritime ship captain. And he digs stuff like this. Huh? Is the chain the chain is included? Mm-hmm. What do you think? Type it in the chat. Should I get this for my man? He would love this. He actually has a like an anchor, like a wood anchor. Like he's a mariner. He's a maritime captain at one point. This is crazy at $179.99. Plus you've got the two-tone with the 22 karat yellow gold vermeil with the sterling silver. So here's what you're getting with this for one low price. You're getting 2 for the price of 1. An entire 18-inch long hand braided tulang naga with that awesome lobster claw, also decorated, and the pendant from front to back. You see the coins, right? You see the 22 karat gold little round coins along with rope twists. This is insane. I love. How much is this? I'm shopping now. I'm shopping. He would love this. Did you type it into the chat? Should I buy this from a man? He would love it for Christmas. And the thing, too, with this man, his birthday is December 31st.
Oh, wow.
I know. I know. So it's like I have to double purchase. Anyway, what's our Live to 5 price?
$134.99.
That makes it so easy. $134.99 and the budget payments.
$26.99.
So for $26.99, September, October, November, December, paid off by January, right after the holidays, if this is a gift. Because again, it's 2 for the price of 1. And what I would do, because he's broad-shouldered. Will this come off? Oh, I don't want to mess with it. I would take the chain and just keep it and give him the pendant, and he would probably tie the pendant on a leather cord. Yeah, his neck is too thick for 18 inches. Or, you know what? Go to shoplc.com and buy I could get a 22-inch two-leg knot, a 22 or 24. There are ways to work with this, and also understand that between our Sajen Silver collection and our internal Bali Legacy collection, you can mix and match and marry. They all work together with each other, right? This is delightful. I'm gonna have to mark this 2 by. And is there any way for you to look up how new something is, or is that not available?
I don't think we can do that now.
It's just because I've never seen it before.
I know we have over 100 of them, so it'll be okay.
I think it's got to be new. New as of this month for sure. Yeah. If you ladies, if you're watching, if you got a dude who would like shark's tooth, so masculine, get it. Wow. That's some rock star stuff. Okay. By the way, my name is Marva. Welcome to your live stream. Happy Monday. For every item that I feature, you will receive 25% off when you type in that coupon code LIVE25 upon checkout. Plus, you get free shipping. If you have any questions about ordering or any specifications, right? Because we kind of move forward, but you might be looking at that saying, "Ooh, I like that. What is that?" Call our personal shopper. They have a dedicated telephone number at 888-835-2237. Okay. Next up. Ooh, oh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. 2 faces in one. Whether you see a husband and wife, whether you see a father-daughter, mother-daughter, however you envision this is cool. And it's completely carved by hand. Free form. Not even drawn out. The artist felt the inspiration and voila. Seriously. When we talk about Sajen Silver and Bali Legacy here at Shop LC, and we say they're built by hand assembled all the way down to the carving, right? No CAD, no CAM. It's just remarkable. Got a bracelet here, out to 7 1/4 inch wrists, 2.20 carats total weight, with 2 massive trillion shaped citrines on either side. Look at how serene and peaceful the nested faces appear within each other. If you are the type of person who gets stressed out a little bit easily, or a loved one does, I tell you, just looking at these images of just closed eyes, contemplative, meditating, it calms me down. 2 1/4 inches wide. This has actually a spring ring clasp, and I'm just going to give you kind of like a look on the wrist so you can see. Whoop! Odd shaped, but I want for you to actually understand. It's definitely a showpiece. Can we scroll down a little bit? Or actually, I think I can give you a millimeter size for the nested faces. I'm getting about 25 millimeters. Oh, it doesn't have that. Yep, 25 millimeters. I'll just give that to you. Shop LC pricing. Look at all that silver. 25% off drops your price down to
$104.99.
perfect. $104.99. And DJ, we have 5 budget payments
Of $20.99.
$20.99. Gonna love that. If if you want in on that bracelet, type into the chat sold 108. Sold 108. And if you're on TikTok, go to the Shop LC page and click the link tree, then click live stream and click shop all. And we can get that to you. Again, what a journey. I told you at the beginning of this live stream, I said we are really going to take a journey with the Sajen Silver collection from Richard and Mariana Jacobs. And we absolutely have. We're going to keep going. Unique, ornate, tantalizing, interesting designs. Now, this debuted Wednesday when I was on with Richard on our live television broadcast. Here you go. This is brand new. And we had to make an on-air correction, which I'm going to make again. And, you know, DJ, I don't really know who to talk to. Maybe you do at Shop LC to get that changed on the web. Because, here's why. This is not abalone shell. It's Paua shell. Off of the, near Tasmania, from the Tasmanian waters. And this is derived from the edge, the lip of the mollusk shell, the inside lining. And the colors that you see in this Paua shell are an exact reflection of the colors you will find of the animals in the coral reef in those waters. It's very special. So abalone shell, it doesn't quite cut it. So just so you know, it's more expensive. It's not easily found. You really see it, and another difference here between the abalone shell and Paua shell is that you get iridescence. You get pearlescent type of iridescence on multiple layers. Plus, you get the beautiful blues, greens, violets that you would typically find in abalone. Yeah, it's all natural. And I gotta tell you, it's so beautiful that it looks fake. Paua shell, that is how beautiful it is. But it's 100% real, organic material. The ring is 1 inch by 1 inch. I think it's unisex. I believe that size 11 I sold out. I think that went to a gentleman, actually. It'd make a fantastic pinky ring. You can also see that the sides are nice and stylish as well. Nice thick shank here. Lots of silver. Guys, I don't expect for these to be around for very long at all. The show that we had with Richard on Wednesday, I think he was saying that it was like a last minute thing that was pulled together in just a couple of days. So give it the right day, time, and promotion. These are going to sell out. The Paua shell is magical, and it's not abalone. So let's get you the deal. What is our price?
Our price
with the code LIVE25.
$64.49.
$64?
Oh, sorry, $67.49.
Okay, $67.49, but you can split those payments up over 4 months, meaning your first payment today will be
$16.87.
$16.87 for Tasmanian Paua shell, 1 inch by 1 inch. And all that silver. You gotta get this. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't believe you'd have any intention of sending it back. Gents, I know size 11 sold out, but there's a lot of silver. So you can take this to your jeweler and he or she can size this up. 2 sizes with the shank alone. Let me see here. Yeah, and it's built in. It's built into the ring. So yeah, they can go ahead and size that up definitely for you. But I love it as it is. I might have to pick this up. Paua shell, you gotta look close, but there's a very pearly iridescence on the second, third layers here. Again, it looks fake. It's not fake, but it doesn't look like something could be this beautiful. That's natural, but it actually is. Mother Nature is incredible. I'm gonna have to wear this ring for a little bit longer. Type sold 109 into the chat, Facebook, Instagram if you want to get this. Sold 109. And on TikTok, go to the Shop LC page, click the link tree, positioned above the email, then click live stream, and then go ahead and click shop all. I adore this. It is not abalone, it is PowerShell. P-A-W-A, I think is how it's spelled. Let me double check. Hold on, peeps. I might be missing a U. Oh! P-A-U-A. P-A-U-A. Yeah, and you'll find all over it saying abalone, abalone, abalone. But I think that's why Richard took the time to explain where his is from, where their collection of PowerShell is from, and that's Tasmania. How exotic is that? We're traveling the world with Richard and Mariana Jacobs, the Sajen collection. Happy Monday. Been a long time friend of their family. So glad to be part of the family. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, we also introduced this new pendant. Go ahead and put this on Wednesday. And this is not the typical, so we had a conversation with Richard when he was on live with us on Wednesday about the elephant pendant. Because again, is this tiger's eye? Yes. But I got to share with you that not all tiger's eye is the same. You want to see that chatoyancy. You want to see that shimmer. And again, I'm not sure if our lighting in here, it's difficult. It's not picking up on that. I'm trying to move this around so that you can actually see the chatoyancy. But typically first of all, you have to map out tiger's eye to make sure that it's cut in a manner to actually see the chatoyancy. But the rough material itself, it has to be of stellar quality, and that is what this is. And it's cut in a way to see the chatoyancy throughout the entire piece. So instead of really having to angle and turn just to see like a little shimmer of that chatoyancy, you literally in person, you see it across the whole dang thing. And it's banded. Maybe you can see it on the back. It's like banded all the way through, horizontal. It's the coolest thing, front to back. Now you've got two elephants, trunks raised. Having an elephant with its trunk up is a sign of good luck. You do have the silver, a huge silver bail. This will take up to a 6mm cord if you want. And then you've got garnet, a pear-shaped garnet, and citrine. This is all silver. Isn't that beautiful? Again, I've never seen anything like it. And it's brand new as of Wednesday of this past week, giving you 2 1/4 inches. But the medallion here of natural tiger's eye in and of itself is just a little bit over 1.5 inches round. And I'll give you that look on the neckline. What's our price? Live stream, you get a deal. Using the coupon code LIVE25.
It'll be $59.99.
$59. Wow, that's for all of this work. $59.99. Exceptional tiger's eye material. But if you use budget payments, you can put down.
It'll be $14.99.
$14.99. And this will arrive within 5 to 7 business days. Pendant only, chain is not included. Isn't that gorgeous? Definitely something to talk about, right? Great conversation starter. So I like wearing items like this. I used to do a lot of public speaking, a lot around the country. This is many, many years ago. And a little trick, and by the way, type into the chat if you're watching, if you'd be interested in seeing my online digital course that I'm going to be coming out with in the next couple of months here. You know, if you're interested in learning that. But a little speaker trick is to wear statement jewelry, of which this definitely qualifies. Because what you want to do as well as a public speaker, you don't want to walk into a cold room So if you're not running late and if you have time, when people are coming in, don't stand up at the stage. You want to be out and you want to just be welcoming people in. Like, they don't even have to know you. They may not know you're the speaker. You're just a friendly person saying, hey, come on in, have a seat. Great to see ya. And wear jewelry like this and break the ice and get the conversation started. So by the time you're ready to go on, it's not like a cold read. It's a friendly room.
We have Tony on Facebook saying, hey Marva, happy Monday from Chicago.
Hey!
Watched you along before you joined Shop LC.
Oh!
You and Matt on the main network shows. By the way, very cool Tiger's Eye pendant.
Thank you. Happy Monday to you too, Tony. So I want to ask, where did you find me? Was it back at Shop NBC when I was 18? Or Jim's TV? Posh TV? Or Shop LC? Oh, I'm curious. So glad you're joining us for the live stream. All right, we are moving on. He got old with me. Is that what happened, Tony? You got old. We got old is what happened. Young at heart, though. I like to think I still look pretty young. Yeah, I started when I started to walk. No, just kidding. Okay, let's move on. Oh, the bracelet, yes? Mm-hmm. Back into our goddesses. So yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, Richard and Mariana, they never called these goddesses. They were just carved faces, but it was because of their fans, because of their collectors, sharing their personal stories about the way they felt wearing these pieces, and more than one. The women didn't know each other, but they were calling these goddesses. And so, and this was, I think, in the late 1990s. So moving forward, you've got the goddess collections. No two faces are exactly alike. They're carved by hand, not from a sketch. Not from a sketch. We're having a chat about that on Wednesday, and I was like, really, Richard? Like, nobody just draws it out? He's like, nope, they're just artists. And I can tell you, after visiting the island of Bali, I did come to realize that's just an artist's colony. And the way a lot of the little towns, I can't even call them towns, the villages have been separated and divided up, which is super cool. It's by trade. So you can drive through a couple of blocks and just see hand-carved wood everywhere. Well, then you know you're in that village. There's another one, all silversmiths, right? And then the next one over, goldsmithing. And then the next one over, we went to glass blowing village on the other side of the island. And it's just, that's literally the way it's developed. Artists, of musicians, dancers. It's wow, it's just so magical. This is a true expression of Balinese artistry with this open cuff sterling silver bracelet. Look at the detail with the wiring. It's a heart shape. And look, these are separate wire beads that have been soldered on to that curved wire that has been soldered on to the base, right? That thick base of silver. And you see this patterning going all the way through. There's a lot of work here, guys. Into the beautiful hand-carved goddess with, I believe that's a garnet. Oh, ruby! It's a 1.85 carat ruby. On top. Isn't she gorgeous? She's beautiful. That center section is about 1 inch and 3/4 there. Let me put this on my wrist. And remember, now this is fitting out to 7.5 inch wrists, and I've got a pretty small wrist. Silver is a malleable metal, right? As many of us know. So if you just want to put a little bit of pressure, well, I just put a lot of pressure in, you can actually shape it. Shape it down, curve it in, and have it fit smaller. Or 8 inch wrist, 9 inch, See what I did? Just do it gently and slightly. The structure of the silver, you see how thick this is from the side. You don't have to worry about bending it and snapping it off. It's not going to happen with something like this. I need to get to your price because you get 25% off for watching the live stream for the next 24 hours. So the new price is
$202.49.
$202.49. I don't get paid till Friday, so I want to use budget payments. What's my first payment?
$40.49.
$40.49 to say yes, along with free shipping over the next 24 hours. If you want to buy this, Facebook, Instagram, type sold
111
into the chat, and on TikTok, go to the Shop LC profile page, click the link tree, click live stream, then click shop all, and we'll get you in with 25% off.
TV Nifile says, I was one of the Shop NBC viewers in '02. The year I started watching shopping channels in general, I was 14 at the time. And Tony says it was Gems TV, Marva, the
yes,
network that Katie and Craig came from.
Thank you so much for replying, Tony. Yeah, absolute best company, best experience I've had in this business was that company. It's too bad it didn't pan out. But yeah, I remember when Katie got her first job. Not first job, but in home shopping. Yeah, and Craig, oh my God. I knew those two before they were a thing. And I was 14 too. And great, I'm so glad you knew about Shop NBC. That was also a fantastic experience. It was. And now I don't know how many different names. Which name are they on now? Are they still Shop HQ? I don't know. I don't know. I think somebody else bought them. Okay. But our little Hannah Banana ended up there, and so did Blakey Poo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, next up. Okay, guys, so check this out. I was on with Richard on Wednesday, and this ring debuted brand new. I bought one for myself, and I bought one for my dad. This is the image. Let me see if I can get the image right.
TV Nifile said they're on Shop HQ for a second time now.
They're on Shop HQ for a second. Thank you, TV Nail Files. Shady girl. Oh, here we go. I bought this for me and my dad. So this is a true, genuine buffalo nickel. It's real. From Richard and Mariana Jacobs. Okay? And what they did is they bought their collection. And by the way, they can't make it again. They used all of their coins. It's a collector's coin. For those of you who are coin collectors, you got to buy this, men and ladies. But I remember this from my childhood. I remember my dad talking to me about the buffalo nickel. I remembered it, and I was just like, wouldn't this be a great gift to give this holiday season? And then I bought one for myself too. So I'm about to cry. I'm just, because I always do mother, like my mom and I'll buy us the same thing, mother-daughter stuff. But this is going to be the first father-daughter jewelry that I will have purchased. So anyway, it's a real buffalo. What they did is I'll show you this side. They blew it out they made it concave, high polished. You can actually see, it's a true coin, so you can actually see the image of the buffalo on the reverse. And then, of course, you have the Native American gentleman on the front. To the north and south, Sleeping Beauties. There's a ton of silver as well. Beautifully polished. We do have sizes 5 through 11. Do we have 5 through 11? For real?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, that's good because we must have got more quantity in. So this debuted on Wednesday. We got one shipment, but it looks like we got more in because I need to get my dad a different size. So anyway, what's the price for live stream?
With Live 25, it'll be $82.49.
Wow, $82.49. And what are the budget payments?
Five budget payments of $16.49.
$16.49. It's a great deal. And these are collector's coins. They are collector's coins. Depending upon, of course, the condition of the coin, the price can go up. I believe these were, what was it, 1913 to 1938? Hold on. Buffalo nickel production years. Ew! Aha! You guys, my memory. Hello. It was 1913 to 1938. Yay! This girl. Minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and the San Francisco Mint. So I think that's why we had a conversation about it. Y'all know I'm from Denver, Colorado. And I remember touring the Mint a couple of times. So it did come up in conversation. So anyway, that's one of my dad's holiday gifts. And I gifted it to myself too. Pretty sweet. We got the price, $16.49 are the 5 budget payments. Type in the code LIVE25 when you check out to get that deal. If you have any questions or problems, we do have our own personal shopper line. Did I measure this? 888-835-2237. I don't know if I did. I'll do it again anyway. I don't think I did. 1.5 inches tall. This is a real coin, friends. Buffalo nickel by about 7/8 wide. I thought it was cool, so I bought 2. I'm so glad we have some more quantity that came in. Yeah, I'm looking at the back of the ring, the back of the coin, and it says 5 cents. It's a real coin. Oh, when they're gone, they're gone. And we absolutely had that conversation with Richard during the show on Wednesday. He's like, no, we used up all the coins. So, get it now or forever hold your peace, unfortunately. Oh, type sold 112 into the chat if you want to go ahead and pick up your own and get that deal. DJ will send you a link, Facebook and Instagram. Sold 112. Yeah? Okay. Fantabulous. Oh, we didn't have a chance to get to this the other day. How creative is this, you guys? How creative is this? Is it a boomerang? Is it a crescent moon? I don't know. It's cool. This is that statement necklace. This is that piece you wear so that, and let me preface this by saying that if you are shy, I want for you to have jewelry like this because it is an opening, a conversation starter. Typically, DJ, shy people don't just walk up to people like, hi, I'm here. What's your name? Right? Yeah. You're shy. So I think what's much more comfortable for you is for people to come up and approach you and say hello, right? So that said, isn't this an instant conversation starter? And what's going to happen too, most likely, is the person who is complimenting you or asking you questions about your pendant probably loves jewelry too. So you just met a new bestie, basically. It's so important to have jewelry like this. I can't even tell you, especially if you have to talk in front of teams. Maybe you're a business owner, you give presentations, even if it's on Zoom, above the waist. Really, it's such an icebreaker to have jewelry like this. It's completely made by hand. All of those elements, try and count how many separate granulated beads are on her headdress. I'm not going to do it. Literally, all of those individual elements were built by hand. The shape of the balls, the wires, the scroll, the card, all of it. Isn't it mind-blowing that a regular price is only $139.99? It really baffles me. And that's not your price for the next 24 hours. We have a special code, LIVE25, that you can use to get the discount. Your new price will be
$104.99.
$104.99, but you have 5 budget payments. So your first payment will be $20.99. Look at this, is magical. 3.60 carats overall, and it's a pin. I love that. So this time of year, we start wearing our hats and our scarves. coats. Put this on your lapel, put it on a hat, put it on a scarf. Again, have fun with these. It's doing double duty for you as a pendant or as a pin. Look at these stones too. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a little hanging iolite. You've got your garnet, your amethyst, and your chrome diopsides. The artistry is extraordinary. Let me give you a measure on this because it is, again, quite grand. 2 inches tall and by about 1 inch wide. By the way, the goddesses, I haven't said this in a long time and I need to remind myself, these make excellent gifts. They're really great gifts to give to the lady who she's very hard to shop for. Maybe she has an extensive jewelry collection. She probably does not have a goddess, but even if she is a goddess collector, because Richard and Mariana, they don't repeat their goddesses, she doesn't have this. It's just by default, she's not going to have anything like it. You see this design one time and never again.
I believe that.
Well, what it is it's exclusivity.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like it's an artist's dream because both Richard and Mariana are such prolific artists that they just keep creating, and they have the pressure to do that too from us, right? It's like, give us more. And they do. They never disappoint. Put this over here. By the way, again, welcome in to your Shop LC live stream Monday. My name is Marva. Happy to see you. You can send a message in the chat. I'd love to see what you're up to. And we're motoring on. Again, we got to get back to that conversation about all of the different genres Richard and Mariana are able to touch by way of their design work. I'm so glad that they are uninhibited, right? It's just lovely working with them, husband and wife design team, because check this out. This doesn't look like anything else that I've shared, does it? Now we're modern. Now we're contemporary. Now we're wearing this with a business suit. Now we're wearing this for fun with the girls, right? Cocktail hour. Isn't this exquisite? You've got 3 premium labradorites, and yes, if it's not being picked up on camera, I apologize, but I visually see the labradorescence. These are quite clean, these labradorites. They're pear shapes. But then you have the interruption of lapis and blue topaz. It's the neatest ring with, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gemstones. And then look at the granulated beads on this, just for giggles, right? Just to use more labor, more time, more energy. Hey, let's add granulated beads into the split shank. And check this out. They go all the way through. So the ring can't be sized. Don't touch it. Don't size it. We do have sizes 6 through 10 currently available. This is such skilled artistry. Our prices, guys, it never gets old. For me, Shop LC, it just, I'm always shocked. This is about a 1 1/4 inch tall. It's nice and wide, 3/4 of an inch. 7 carats total weight. Very generous with the amount of silver. For the next 24 hours, you get a better deal. What is our price?
$74.99.
$74.99. Wow. And 4 budget payments?
$18.74.
$18.74. This is so pretty. And it's different and it's stylish, right? This is what Richard and Mariana do best. You know, you take a gemstone like labradorite, make it 4A, right? If I graded these, I'd make these 4A because you can literally see the labradorescence at every angle. Plus, they're faceted. But you take something basic like labradorite, kind of boring, kind of snort, and you make it wonderful and fabulous. and you make it a gemstone you must possess when it's positioned in a ring as it is like this. 24 hours only, $18.74. Type in the chat sold. Where are we at?
This is 114.
Sold 114. And if you are watching on TikTok, go to the Shop LC profile page, click the link tree positioned above the email, click live stream, and click shop all. Any questions, problems? Maybe you want to learn about some of these designs that we already talked about. Call our personal shopper, 888-834-2237, and that person can help you. Yeah, we'd be happy to help. Isn't that so gorgeous? So detailed, faceted. I can't believe it. I love it. Like a kid in a candy store with diabetes. Not a good place to be. But the good news is, once you get off of, pretty much get off sugar, after so many years of not really being on it, really don't have a taste for it. So when we were driving back down, we went up to Dallas for the Texas State Fair opening day. And when we were driving back down, there's a little area called West Texas with a very famous Czechoslovakian or Czech bakery. For those of you in Central Texas, you know what I'm talking about. And walk pastries everywhere. Like people, it was almost like they were like frothing at the mouth, like gimme some sugar. Like, and it smelled wonderful, etc. So I got a few things, and I'm like eating, like, you know, Michael's going nuts. Right? He's got a sweet tooth. He eats ice cream, the whole thing. He's like, oh, it's so good, the fudge, the brownie, the this, the that. And I got a few things, like a little pecan pie, which I love, and I'm like, a couple bites, I'm good. Those things are too sweet. If you have type 2 diabetes or are diabetic and you're watching the live stream right now, give me a note in the chat and let me know. Like, have you had that experience too? You just don't have the palate for sweets anymore? Oh. Anyway, let's see. Hi. Okay, TV nail files. So yeah, Matt is on vacation and I'm here. I'm not sure who's going to be on our regularly scheduled program, but I sincerely hope you enjoy. Yeah. And then later on in the month, I'll be gone, but I think they'll still keep him on. I don't know. We're going to have to find out more about that stuff, but that's what's going. He's actually gone for a couple of weeks. And then I'll be gone for a week. It's October. So what happens too, TV Nail Files behind the scenes, is when we get into our holidays, all hands on deck, there's a blackout period where actually nobody can take a vacation. And so it happens in October. Everybody takes vacation. We leave. And then it opens back up again after Christmas. So that's what happens. Oh, next up. Ooh, where is she? Where is she? Is it with the dragonfly? Collectors of Sajen Silver. I know you look for this. The goddesses with the eyes open. Her eyes are open. Look at that. With a beautiful expression. Look at all those beads. Gorgeous dragonfly. And is that an eyelight? I think that's an eyelight, pear shape up at the top. Could you scroll? Oh, no, that's a Rose of France amethyst. I'm sorry, friends. 1.80 carats. Go ahead and measure. 2 inches tall. Look at this. This is extraordinary. By 1 3/4 inches. You know, it's one of those things where if I collected goddesses like a lot of you do, I would have my own goddess boutique out on display in my bedroom or in the middle of my living room, just to keep me company. And that's some of the feedback Mariana was actually sharing with me about their goddess collectors, is that, Yeah, this is your personal companion, your lifelong friend, and they take on those characteristics. Heck, I don't know, you might even start having a chat with her. Right? You don't have anybody to talk to? Talk to your goddess. Look at the way this is made. What is our... I can't believe I'm looking at this starting at only $109.99. Look at all that silver. I don't even have a count for the number of granulated beads because, I mean, talk about going overboard. Richard and Mariana, they're artists. They go overboard. They push the boundaries of jewelry design. Literally wrapped inside of the scroll, the little wire, are more granulated beads. And that is a separate, look from the profile, separate dragonfly. This is beautiful, nice and heavy, 1.80 carats. What is our live stream price?
With live 25, $82.49.
$82.49. But you can pay this down over 4 months with budget payments. And those are
$20.62.
$20.62. And this is a goddess with her eyes open. Richard and Mariana, gosh, I'd say maybe a couple of times a year I'll see one open. They're very sought after and collectible. So if you want in, save your money, type in that code LIVE25 when you check out, and we'll give you free shipping, and that's available for the next 24 hours. Instagram, Facebook, if you want to get in on this, type sold 115 into the chat. And on TikTok, go to the Shop LC profile page. You want to click that link tree. It's just above the email. Click live stream and then click shop all. And you can see all of the recently aired items. If you have questions, you can speak with our personal shopper. That telephone number is 888-835-2237. And you can also make your purchase at shoplc.com, our home website, by clicking the live streaming link at the top of the page. Awesome. So sweet. Now, this is something else. Let me see if we have that a lot of you look for. And again, if you're not familiar with the Sajen collection, this will be new information to you. But I know we have some OGs watching right now. For the goddesses, notice how with the earrings, with the cuff, the rings, all of these goddesses, the 7 goddess, the 3 goddess, the shape of the face is elongated, but this one's round. Collectors, you found one, right? So in my show this afternoon, you found a goddess with the eyes open, which you must possess, you must buy, and now the round face. They don't make a lot of the round. Isn't that gorgeous? So meditative, relaxing, amazing expression, gorgeous headdress. She has her own little peridot earrings with the citrine, and looks like a garnet up at the top here, giving you 1.40 carats. Mesmerizing granulated beadwork here. I'll show you that profile. Those are separate individual pieces of silver that were built by hand, soldered onto the base of the ring. I know. It's wild. When I was sitting next to one of the artisans when I went to Bali last year at the bench, the thing is, they're so skilled at what they do, and they do it every day so often. I was missing it. It was like the guy was doing a card trick, right? It's like, it's just, and happy that they're laughing, they're telling jokes, right? And it's just such a wonderful environment. And to watch it, I was just stunned. I mean, they create this silver artwork, just like you and I might just put gas in the car, right? It's just like an everyday thing that you do, and it's easy. Like when you first were figuring out how to go to the gas, like right when you're 15, 16 years old, and you're just being trained on how to do it. You don't know what you're doing, right? It's very messy and clunky. You're like, wait, how do I put it in? And it's remarkable what they do. Top of their game, greatly skilled, carved by hand. Look at the nose, look at the mouth, look at the cheekbones, look at the eyes. And collectors, it's the round face. It's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and finding the golden ticket. For those of you not familiar with Sajen, that's what a round face means. So let's get you this deal. 25% off for my live stream friends. Your new price is
$67.49.
Ooh, $67.49. And your budget payments are
$16.87.
$16.87. Type sold 116 into the chat, and DJ will send you a link to make that purchase happen. Love that. The round Buddha, or the round, not Buddha, the round goddess, kind of reminds me of a Buddha, but she just looks so happy in her meditative state. Oh, good. I've been waiting to get to this masterpiece. Richard and Mariana, if you're watching right now, you've outdone yourselves. This is a thrice goddess pendant. That means 3. So much silver, it's insane. This is bananas. I'm getting chills. I'm literally getting chills. Collectors, you have got to get this. 18.20 carats. Look at all the gems. Look at all the silver. You've got the main goddess. I mean, I'm thinking mother, 2 daughters. 3 sisters. 3 cousins. There's so many ways you can wrap around gifting this, is what I'm getting at. But even just for you collectors, look at this wonderful assortment of amethysts and citrines, pear shapes, rounds, with a huge pear shape down here at the bottom. The headdresses at the top, those are red garnets. This is extraordinary. Wow. There's a lot of man hours involved in pulling this off. The ear engineering, so Richard obviously drew this one because it's so elaborate. 2.5 inches tall. Talk about statement jewelry on steroids. It's this 2 inches and 2.5 inches. And I just so you can understand how much silver, just look at all of that from the back. And none of their artwork is thin or chintzy at all. You can see the thickness of the silver from the profiles there. Nice big bail if you want to put a collar through, even up to a 6mm omega, 8mm omega might even fit there. And here's the look on that neckline. I've got to see this. Hold on. Wow, talk about making an entrance. You have got to get this. Sajen Silver collectors. You will never see it again. They're not going to make this again. That they don't repeat their goddesses. They never have, and they never will. Richard and Mariana. This is extraordinary. So what's my price?
Price will be $254.99.
Ooh. $254.99. And I've got budget payments.
$50.99.
Okay, great. So for $50.99, say yes. 5 months paid off. This is I'm losing my mind on this. Free shipping for my live streamers, and type in the code live25. In the chat, you can type in sold. What are we at? Sold
117.
Sold 117. And on TikTok, go to the Shop LC page click the link tree, then click live stream, and then click shop all. And we'll get you that discount for 24 hours. This is, I'm thinking about picking up on this one. This is beautiful. My goodness. I can't believe it. It's just 3-in-1. Have fun with this, just in case it is a gift you're giving. Wow, look at that. That's hinged. This is so well made. It's crazy. I see mother, 2 daughters, 3 sisters, motherhood. I so much. But don't mind me. You attach your own meaning to this and celebrate one of the most beautiful goddess pendants I have ever seen from that collection. Oh, okay. Again, we're turning a corner into a completely different collection from Richard and Maria. It's their Druzies. So when I started working with them in the early 2000s, early through mid 2000s, they were really big on the Druzies. They had a few goddesses, but they were really, really big with the Druzy collection. And here's why. Everybody loves Druzy. Look at this. And this is literally the size of a small, like a quail egg. It's massive. You've got 1.5 inches tall, and at the width there, 3/4 of an inch. All of this silver work is beautiful. You can see that from the shoulders, right? You've got hearts, you've got scroll work, you've got granulated beads. So I know we're all staring at the Druzy, but I want for you to appreciate the fact that they didn't leave the ring basic. There's still elements of style from all perspectives here, okay? Lots of rhodium over sterling, but the Druzy, 33.5 carats, blue Druzy. I think there's some other options. Well, they have the same price.
Let's see.
No, okay. So it looks like we're really only featuring the blue Druzy with that item number 7845018 with our 25% off for the live stream and the free shipping. So that new price will be
$104.99.
$104.99. And the budget payments
$20.99.
$20.99. Type sold 118 into the chat if you want that. I don't think I have any more. Oh, I do. I have a little bit more Druzy, so let's do this. So we're all familiar. We should be familiar, Shop LC family, that amethyst quartz like that grows in geodes. But on top of those amethyst crystals are little micro, mini, teeny little crystals like this. They're not everywhere. You got to get lucky, right? Got to get lucky and hit a pocket when you open up the geode and you see the crystals on the inside. You won't find Druzy everywhere, but it sparkles like crazy. But then what Richard and Mariana do, they use a permanent metallic coating on top of the Druzy to make it a next level experience for sparkle and color. And they're the only ones who do that. That we know of, that they know of, that I know of, that I've ever seen. Add that metallic coating to bring in that life. Just breathe in more sparkle. Guys, it's a good one. So pretty. And again, the rest of the ring was not ignored. I would expect for it to be ignored with a price at $139.99 regularly, but you get the full piece here and a lot of rhodium over sterling silver. Enjoy. Remember, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you have any issues, questions, concerns, send it back or call our personal shopper. That number is 888-835-2237. Now we have a ring that is another sort of showstopper style that first time I saw it, I adored it. I think this debuted in 2024. I don't want to say it was the last time Richard and Mariana came on air, but I think maybe it was the time before. No, maybe it was the last time. Anyway, let me show you the look. Again, it's totally different from everything else. They are artists. This ring features, again, and I don't know why we don't have it on there. I would grade this 4A grade labradorite personally, because it's not so heavily included that it prevents the light from coming in and dispersing under the surface. You have to have a certain level of clarity, even for a labradorite, in order to see that labradorescence, that shimmer from within. But then you also have to have even more cleanliness, and it is still, it's semi-transparent, right? On this quality, you still need to have that in order to see the colors. And in here, you see blues, silvers, and purples. That's what I see. I don't know if that's registering on camera. Again, our studio lights in here absolutely don't do jewelry justice. But that is that beautiful checkerboard faceted labradorite bezel set in the center. Look at that silhouette with the use of that see-through. They call it negative space in jewelry design. And look at how the structure, that framework, that halo, scroll, silver wires, granulated beads, and gemstones. Oh my! I'm gonna have to pick up one of these. 1.5 inches tall by 3/4 of an inch wide. This is all the rage today, by the way, for rings from, I don't even want to say top designers. Many designers are using negative space to get that see-through of skin from underneath, and I think it's wonderful. Now, this is combined with, I don't think, we have blue topaz, and then I forget the name. This is a triplet quartz that you see to the north and to the south on this one. Could you scroll down, because I don't know if we have the name. Yeah, blue quartz, but scroll down a little bit more. I think I said blue topaz, blue quartz. Okay. But to the north and to the south, there's a little bit more of almost like an opalescence to it. It's really fun. Did I give the price?
I don't think we did.
Oh, give it to me.
It is with Live 25, $59.99.
Oh, that's a great deal. $59.99 with budget payments?
$14.99 for 4 months.
Wow, $14.99 for 4 months. The engineering on this is extraordinary, and the silhouette. Remember, all of these are separate individual pieces of silver that have been specifically placed and soldered together to form this design. I can't get over it. And the quality of this labradorite is insane. So instead of just a sliver of labradorescence, let's call it single A labradorite. The reason why I call this quad A is because literally from every angle, I'm seeing the shimmer of blues and greens and violets, especially enhanced with the checkerboard faceting. This is so well made. What is it again? $14.99 will be the budget payments when you type in our discount code LIVE25, and you get free shipping for the next 24 hours. I believe the next ring we have is the same, but we just, oh, no. Oh, okay, we're skipping that one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's the same option, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Back into our goddesses.
That's the last goddess.
Oh, the last goddess. Oh. Look at the headdress. Because, again, remember, a lot of the headdresses from the Sajen collection will have the granulated beadwork. I love when you can see the scrolls. The silver wire scrolls are all throughout the headdress on her. Isn't that beautiful? I just find it, I think it's just more whimsical when I see that. Take a look. Now you do have that, gosh, there's so much work that's been done here. You have all those granulated individual beads. This is, I believe this is an Eyelight and a Sleeping Beauty turquoise at the top. You even have, look at that. Even the shank, they don't ignore any part of their design work. Any other designer would have just put a solid silver band there and called it a day. But you've got that lovely twist and swirl of silver wire. This is a beautiful piece. Top to bottom measure is giving you 1 1/4 inches. And at the widest point, you're looking at 3/4. Isn't that lovely? There is a little bit of a sizing bar, but it looks like we do have sizes 5 through 10 currently available for you. Our last goddess, now with the scrolled headdress, love it, is not $139.99. Over the next 24 hours, your price is
$104.99.
$104.99. 5 budget payments are available, making your first payment $20.99. And free shipping. Now, if you want this, type in sold. Now, what number are we on now?
120.
All right, sold 120. This is a great live stream for my collectors of goddesses. It takes my breath away how many different options we've had. And remember, we had a goddess with the eyes open. Collectors, that's important. We had a goddess with a round face. That's important. And then I also need to remind you about the 7 goddess necklace that I had earlier. I know, when it's gone, it's going to be gone. Collectors, those 3 items are items that you look for. Oh, and the double-headed with obsidian. I know, this is good. Oh, and the power shell. There's too much. There's a lot to collect. Oh my gosh, and the buffalo nickel that I bought, one for myself and one for my dad. You can shop all of our aired items using that code LIVE25 over the next 24 hours. Yes, so if you missed anything, you can go to our live stream or go to shoplc.com and click live streaming from our top menu and you can see everything. All right, back into our druzy. So if our egg size was a bit too big, but you love druzy, you should buy this one. Right? It's smaller. A little bit more wearable every day, right? If you want to celebrate your druzy every day. Forest window druzy quartz with the celestial blue quartz. Ovals to the north and the south with checkerboard facets. Terrific silhouette on the diagonal. Great use of negative space. And this will give you that measure of 7/8 along with 3/4 of an inch. Solid silver. The profile is just as marvelous as the face up, isn't it? 7.10 carats is that total weight. What can we do for pricing?
We can do $59.99 with Live25.
$59.99 with that discount code LIVE25. That's a great, wow, for druzy? And what's our budget pay?
$14.99 for 4 months.
$14.99. This is an excellent deal. But again, it's you've got 2 druzy ring options. Egg size.
Oh,
Yeah, it's big. Or a little bit more demure, but still, it's not a tiny silhouette. You can obviously see that you've got this magical druzy in there. It's just a more wearable size. And I love how it's offset by the blue quartz that you see here. Beautiful. Hey guys, if you want that ring, type sold121 into the chat and DJ will give you a link to make a direct purchase. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you visit the Shop LC page. Type the link, click the link tree above the position of the email. Click live stream and then click shop all. Fabulous. Ooh. I'm so happy I got those buffalo nickels. My dad is going to love it. Okay. Woo! God, these rings. It is the genius and the imagination and the creativity of Richard and Mariana Jacobs, this husband-wife duo design team that have been creating these offerings since 1987, and they continue to do that. They just take my breath away with how silver can be turned to something so magical, and the selection of gemstones and the positioning and working with the geometric shapes, and they're so well placed. So in order for you to see that, I should show you the ring. Say what? Yeah, we'll show you the ring. Do you see that? All right, so this is a checkerboard faceted amethyst. It could have been east-west. It could have been north-south. No, they have it on the diagonal. And flowing with that diagonal, with that shape at the top and bottom, you've got curved silver wires. For giggles, why not put in some granulated beads? Just more labor time. And then you've got a couple of pear shapes and rounds, thick silver, as you can see from the sides. Your measure, 7/8 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch, but everything fits beautifully together. You wouldn't think, like if you just saw these elements on the floor, like separate all of these out. Separate out the pear shapes, the rounds, the big oval in the middle. I wouldn't put these together in that way. That's probably why I decided not to be a jewelry designer. But with their imagination, that third eye, that's what they did, and it's perfect. It's perfect, very wearable. Your gemstones are protected with all of the bezel setting. The bezel setting, I should say. 4.25 carats total weight. And what is our live stream price?
$59.99.
Wow, that's only $59.99. And so $14.99 budget payments?
Correct.
Perfect. For $14.99, you can order your ring. Shipping's for free, live streamers, using that discount code LIVE25. Let me show you. Sign on that. I'll show you this. Gosh, it's beautifully balanced. So well orchestrated. Look, if you are feeling a little bit bored by your jewelry collection, you want something new and fresh, I really encourage you to start collecting from the Sajen Silver line. They just don't repeat. The designs that they do, and every silhouette is inspiring. Very inspiring and made from the heart. Sajen, by the way, actually means offerings. So these are offerings from Richard and Mariana Jacobs. All right, that said, we got to move on. Sold, I think sold 122 is what you're going to type into the chat, and DJ will send you a direct link to purchase.
That's actually our final item.
It's our final item.
Yes, but we still have 11 minutes, so if you just don't mind talking about your 3 favorite items of the show for a little bit.
It's the what?
Your 3 favorite items of the show.
Oh, absolutely. Favorite items. It's, look at this. This is bananas. 7 is a sacred number. It's a very spiritual number. You can see it referenced multiple times in many, many cultures, in the Bible, etc. This is the first time they've done this. 7 goddesses. They are all completely carved by hand, not even drawn or sketched out, by our lovely team. It's 3.5 carats. Each has her own headdress of granulated beads and gemstones up at the top. I mean, it's a showpiece on the neckline. The price was is for 24 hours, $284.24. The budget payment, so your first payment is $56.84, and we have free shipping. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. This is not one to bring back. It is one to treasure. Where, I mean, frankly, I would put this out on display on my dresser. It's so cool. Every single goddess, again, has her own headdress. And by the way, this This adjusts from 18 out to 20 inches with that toggle clasp. Look at these goddesses. Look at all the silver. And look at all, I don't even know how many man hours. Can we guess how many man hours necessary to place all of those separate beads of silver with the swirls in between? This is gorgeous. You have garnet, blue topaz, amethyst, citrine, iolite, and peridot as the stones on top. I can't get over it. I know the collectors are having a major freak out. We're all happy about that. And then just because it's so unisex, I bought this for my father for holiday 2024, and I bought one for myself. This is a true, actual, genuine buffalo nickel. They were minted between 1913 and 1938. They are collector's coins. These are actual, true, authentic nickels, not a rendition. They're real. And what they did is they took the nickel and they concaved it out, right? They bent the shape a little bit to fit into the ring and the contour of a ring. Placed your sleeping beauties to the north and to the south. Whole bunch of silver here on the back. Got a great polish. And they built out the collection of rings. When they're gone, they're gone. Let me go ahead and measure again. The measure on that is 1.5 inches. And the width is 7/8. This is, again, if you are a coin collector, your father, your husband, your grandpa, your children, if this is a story that you want to share with them, there's so many coin collectors. I thought it was crazy that we gave these away for $82.49. You heard me. With 2 Sleeping Beauties. And they're not tiny ones either. And they're premium Sleeping Beauties. Your budget payments, $16.49. Type sold 112 into the chat if you want to pick up on this one. But again, we're gonna have a father-daughter moment. He's in his 80s, and so I think he'll get a kick out of me sharing a childhood memory with him about coins, because I remember going to the Denver Mint, and he was asking, I think it was a school trip, asking about it, and this must have been on display because this was minted at the Denver Mint, the Philadelphia, and the San Francisco mints. And so I think he's gonna get a kick out of it. So that's one of my favorites. Gosh, it's so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick. Don't make me pick. The Power Shell. This is unisex too. Now, Power Shell. Abalone, yes. Your average run-of-the-mill Polynesian abalone, no. Power Shell specifically from Richard and Mariana Jacobs. I'm not talking about our Bali collection. No other collection. From Tasmanian, the Tasmanian waters off of Australia. Because what they found with that particular species of animal is that there are layers of iridescence in here. Like pearly iridescence. The studio is not picking up on that. Let me come up close. I hope I'm not making the camera focus wacky. But certainly in person, from the angle, you can see that and it's natural. Isn't that beautiful?
It's good.
It looks, like I said earlier, it looks fake, but it's completely real organic material. It's a 1 inch by 1 inch. And I thought this is a great unisex piece. Yeah, about 1 inch by 1 inch. So this is a total favorite of mine as well. You see what the price, yeah, we marked this down for the next 24 hours to $67.49 or $16.87 for those budget payments and free shipping. Live25 is the discount code you type in upon checkout. So those are my 3 favorites.
Nice.
Yeah.
End it there.
All right. Well, that is it for your Monday live stream. My name is Marva. I will be back with you, I think, tomorrow morning
Correct.
from 2 until 12.
Yeah, let's see
Until
what we're
then,
doing.
find more steals and great deals over at our website, shoplc.com. And,
Let's see.
Huh?
Tomorrow. I was just seeing what we were doing tomorrow. Yellow Sapphire.
ooh, 2 hours of yellow sapphire.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have the fabulous yellow sapphires for you tomorrow morning. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Nice.